Are we live? Looks like it. Get my phone set up so I can actually see chat. Well, I thought we were live. Seems to be. Huh. Well, it's showing a black screen on my side and shows it's streaming over here, so. There we go. Okay. Now we got it. Now we're cooking with fire. We're doing it to it now. Okay. The phone set up. Yada yada yada. All messages. So if you type something I don't respond immediately, it's because I have to look down at my phone. We're really just grinding some SL with the AMX A-1A. It's been a blast to play. So I'll swap between normally bombing like the Tornado and the Kafir Canard, of course, when I'm needing SL relatively quickly, but now I'm just kind of in a relaxed mode and shooting people with some insanely good missiles. Hilarious for hit-ons too. Or going for other stuff that you know does not have flares. It's never a bad time. Right now I've got a mission to destroy one base, so I'm going to have to swap over to the Kafir Canard real quick. It can go from there. And turn off the radar, which no clue why they've given it, you know, one of those crap radars, because they just modeled it in to have it. It's like we're in a bit of an up tier, an 11.3 up tier. Hey, fellow AMX. Mine looks cooler. It's got this really awesome, I want to call it like a turquoise green and like an alt blue, a lighter blue. I think it's really neat. So we can just derp around. Definitely good on taking the lesser amounts of fuel. With it being higher BR, we'll probably needed a few more chaff, but honestly, I'm not good at dodging SAR missiles. Even back in the day, I wasn't good at notching them, so I'm not even going to worry about it. We probably will not get to any bases, which is okay. We'll just swing around like we normally do. I'll try to translate or see what that said. Right there in chat. Ooh, it's a hot desert map, so I'm going to need to pull back to 99%. Not really going to affect us that bad. Keep the engines cool. Get full thrust out of them. Yeah, 10 minutes of fuel is really not that bad. So you get a full 10 minutes. In most of these matches, I won't be alive for a full 10 minutes. So there's that. We lost an F4S to crashing. No clue why. I'll get F111. That guy's got to be stock, or he's taking every bomb imaginable he can on that thing. There's no way I should be this far and gaining on him. This guy's wings swept back. So slowly making ground towards me. Now we got a late start. I mean, looks like it's speeding up now. That is a supersonic, so Mirage F1, RWR. It's got a really good RWR. Oh, there's a Kafir Canard. He has very limited flares. He is heading straight on into that base. And hope he enjoys a 50G missile here in a second. That should land on him. Should, coulda, woulda, but didn't. Oh, so close. There goes both my missiles. I went for the low-hanging fruit. I really did. There's some Mirage over there. And go ahead, come for me, bro. Yeah, you launched a magic. Oh, no, that was a SAR missile. And that was the second SAR missile. Something behind me? Oh, yeah. I have combat flaps, by the way. Whew. A lot going on there, a lot to digest. we got a decent amount of acceleration. It'll be funny if we went back and got 2 more missiles. No, you're not late to laugh. Literally just started like maybe 6-7 minutes ago. That's gotta be a SAR missile heading for me. Well, it's gonna hit the ground, whatever it is. Let's make 21. Yeah, we'll roll back towards the base. F4J UK over there. Is he really trying to know? Okay, he's trying to chase me. I thought he was. We got plenty of rockets, but I want to go get 2 more of these missiles. Oh, good morning then. Good morning. Yeah, I'm staying up a little bit later because we got this remnants of that hurricane that's hitting right now. That should be rolling through tomorrow sometime. So I get my playtime in tonight while I can. Then I gotta leave here in like 5 more hours and go get shelter over at my sister's place because the place we're in now is not tornado proof. Not one bit. Let's see here. If I can get guns on him, that'd be hilarious. Oh, oh. Oh, so close. It's so far away. I'm still within gun range. Alright, we'll break off of that. Let's see if he turns around. I think he went over there just to kill our F5 buddy. Oh, why am I rolling? Wrong key. It only carries 2, but they're 45G missiles. They're basically R-73s that don't have the infrared countermeasure in them. If we can sneak back to base, get more missiles, then go back out. Typically I try to get somebody to head on with them. They're really short range missiles. They're basically Magic 2s without the countermeasure, infrared countermeasure in them. Is a way to look at it. Super short range, but hilarious when they land. Relatively easy to land too, especially with full rocket pods. Like the rocket pods are green. Got green rockets on them. I have no clue how close that guy is next to him. I can hear his engine. We'll let him land first. Takes it just a minute for the gotta get the nose up. Power up and back down. Yeah, it takes just a minute for your landing gear to come out. And use the magical trick of guns to slow down a little bit. Yeah, I'm just rolling solo right now, bud. I'm just kind of in relaxed mode, just derping. All I do is hold W, or hold shift really, there. Go in it to win it. Alright, our goal now is to get at least 1 kill. How am I repairing? There's no damage. Oh, they just have to put a crew on here. Expert crew. Yeah, after the storm and stuff, maybe like Tuesday evening, might get on and get some people to jump into air battles with me. It just depends on how bad the weather is. And if we still got power and everything after tomorrow. I'm hoping this thing just keeps curving west and we don't get anything off of it. This area up here, for some reason, storms like to gain power when they roll through. And was it about 3-4 weeks ago, we had 3 F3 tornadoes within hours of each other. And one of them was like only 7 miles from the house, and they clocked the wind speeds at one of them about 300 miles an hour. Had me scared to death. You can actually belly land this thing relatively easily. It's not hard at all. Alright, there's an F4, an F5, and me versus... Wow, we actually cleaned up there. He's taking a bomb load out. That's gotta be the Mirage, I bet. I wonder if I can get this base over here. I do have a thing for getting the base. So we'll attempt it. Oh yeah, I gotta roll back 99% thrust. That way my engine doesn't overheat. So one thing a lot of people don't know, so see where it says oil temperature and it's kind of in that orange color? If it goes to red, your engine starts losing a lot of the power to it, and you won't get as much thrust, especially with the Harriers. It's okay to let them run red if you're like chasing somebody, but after that, just roll them back a little bit. Hang on, let's see here. So it gets 2 missiles on the wingtips here, the 2 piranhas right there. But it gets a lot of ground ordnance, like you get guided bombs and everything. I think you can take 6 guided bombs, or 7, because it gets a belly mounted one, and then you can have, yeah, I think about 7. And it gets 4 air-to-ground missiles, called lizards or something. They're supposed to be really good. I just don't really have a ground lineup for Italy. I've got a couple of the premiums, and that's been about it. Like, I had to make the choice, did I want to grind Italy ground or French ground, or French, I mean? Oh, nice. Oh, no. No. Well, that was 1 for 1, so, you know, that's good. I just saw the kill feed on the right. Yeah, I think Italy would be an easier grind for ground versus France, but France has a better top tier, so it's kind of a throw. Then again, I'm hit or miss with the top tier anyways these days. I got my T90M, I got my Su-25 SMT and all that, and it was hilarious, but top tier ground just boring. Like 4.0 to 6.0 I think is my sweet spot for ground these days. And at the 4.0 to 5.0 area, it's kind of mindless. I can just drive and shoot people. Oh, wings are starting to flutter a little bit. Okay. Is that the base? Yeah, it's got to be the base right there. I can't really see past the trees. I don't want to waste a bunch of rockets, but that's where the pit is, so let's... I think that's enough, because I know 38 of them last match took out a base. Maybe it takes all of them. Yes! And that is completed. The little thing we have to do. Hey, the Kafir Canard. Please head on, please head on, please head on. Oh, he flared perfectly. Now, he does have extreme maneuverability, but he is a Delta Mark. This thing retains energy extremely well. And I have combat flaps, so I can actually outturn him. We're not going to drop the second missile. Probably US tech tree, to be honest with you. They just never quit adding junk to it. And that's one reason I quit grinding in the US tech tree. Alright, so he knows he can outrun us. That's a good Kafir player. I hope that F5 didn't get credit doing that head on. No, he won! We win! I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah. Insane missiles, but like I said, there's no IRCCM on them, so they will eat players like there's no tomorrow. But hey, we got our goal of getting the base. That's all I was really worried about. I do have a 30% SL booster on here, so I'm going to see what one base gives with this thing. Decent amount of, yeah, that's typical base RP right there. This is why I tell people to use bombers to grind, even if you have to put a talisman on something. And I literally grinded out the majority of the Israeli tech tree months ago with the Kafir Canard, just never bought anything in it. Because I didn't need to. Like, probably, this is one of my favorite jets. I think I've got close to 400 games in it right now. Yeah, it's the best SL grinder, I can say. 5 1,000-pound bombs, 22 minutes of fuel, smack you a base. As far as tech tree stuff, yeah, it's literally got to be the US tech tree. I mean, just even in air, it has everything. I think it competes with Russia as far as ground junk. I know Britain may be somewhere in there with them. So maybe Britain has the most, but I will say the US tree's got way too much in it as far as tech tree junk to grind out. And it just, I've got Germany grinded out. I got the USSR for the most part grinded out how I want it. Japan, I'd like to grind their ground, but it's so, until like 7.0, Japanese ground is terrible. Let's see. Yeah, the Su-720 SM, it is good. I mean, it's not bad at all. That's the squadron one, right? With the green stripes on it. If I remember correctly, I think it is. It's really good. Yeah, USSR ground is Russian ground. Sorry, it's easier for me to say it that way. Is It's pretty decent. The early tiers, you have to get used to that long reload, but the no reverse speed, it's all the way through the top tier. Like when I got the T90, I was like, or the T90M, I was like, oh, this could be so much great, you know, so much better. Reverse speed like 6 kilometers an hour. I was like, all right, yeah, I'm used to this though. I would say grind out the anti-airline for Russia. It's just sickeningly good. I mean, the earlier stuff, yeah, the Gepard wins out, but the later stuff, like the Strela and Tunguska, and of course the Pantsir, it's just so good. Whole team of Strikecraft, ain't no way. Half the team. How do I spell Piranha? I know I misspelled that, but I'm winging it here. Literally. Yeah, back in the day when they first introduced ground, it was a US, Germany, and a few Russian tanks. And then of course over the years they added more. I remember day one I still had my little player, what do you call it, title, and sticker for beta testing ground. There was like, okay, so one of the one of the Tiger tanks was like rank 40. So it was super screwed up back in the day, even for airplanes. You had like super high rank stuff and low stuff. And it was like tier 15, some junk. And all the Tigers had paper armor. Every shot would go through them and kill everybody in your crew. And so for like 6 months, it was horrible playing anything in the German ground. The Americans weren't much better because their rounds were, if it wasn't a German tank, you couldn't kill it basically. And the Russian tanks just had super long reloads. And then they start smoothing everything out. I remember when it came out of beta, it was still kind of crap. I remember when the first ground premiums hit, I got the command tank for the Germans. And its turret traverse time, it would take it a full minute or more to make a full 360 rotation. And they recently, like as of within the last year, changed that to be a little bit quicker. So you gotta think the thing's been out forever and had such a terrible turret traverse. Why am I hugging the ground? I don't need to. We're not in Amaran area. So let's see if we can trick some more people into doing head-ons with this. I mean, the thing is not slow, but it's not supersonic fast. I mean, we're still pushing almost 1100 on our speed, but I know the wings start to want to rip around that area. So, what do we have on our team? Who are we versing? A little bit of it. Everything against everything. Gotcha. I think it's like the one Italian player is me in here. Yep. It's quite alright. I'll represent. I'll do it. I just love this color scheme. And these little emblems on the wings, those little circles with spikes on them. I have no clue what they are. Oh, the good old Draken J35D. 0 flares and 4 missiles. That's a free kill. If I can get within 2 kilometers, that is a free kill. I gotta watch my butt. Yep, the A5 knows it too. Come on, launch. And that's a dead. He can't get away from that. Told you. Know thy enemy. Here's an F5 who's... No, I'm not going to steal that. I am going to get on this base, though. See if these rockets will reach from here. Just look at the trail, the fire on the rockets now. That's so cool. Oh, they're all going to hit. Base destroyed. Yeah, boy. The Hunter is super dangerous. I don't know why they still left the German Hunter at that low of a BR. Or I can nose up and get a free kill. Whee! Alright, where's that MiG-21 that's trying to lock me? There he is. Nope, that's something else. It's something you don't see either, the A7K. People don't really play that a whole bunch. I just don't know if it's because it's not good or what, but I rarely see it. If I can sneak up behind him. There's a couple A-10s, so I gotta be careful of that, so I'm pre-flaring. Why did he just explode? I'm gonna get some hits on him. I want an assist. And there's the missile. And the waste of A9L from, well, it was a good range for him to shoot it at. Looks like they're following each other. It'd be a waste for them to shoot at that range. I'd actually outrun it right now. AV8's trying to, actually the AV8 can catch up to me, funnily enough. It is slightly faster than me. I keep thinking I'm hearing a missile somewhere. Oh yeah, you know it. Oh, and there's another MiG-21. Where is he at? He's gotta be above me somewhere. Oh, there he is. Called it. If he's been afterburning this whole time, he's low on fuel. That's why I'm returning to base. And top of the team, unfortunately. If you ever see me on top of the team, that means we're gonna lose. Horribly. Wow, our A10A's got 3 kills. Wonderful. Alright, let's drop off these rockets, get a little bit faster. I just love how those look now with the red streak. Got another kill, so... yeah, 2, 3, that's 6 versus 2, 4, 6. Okay, we're even. Look at our wings wobbling. Alright, there's an airbase like right here, about to miss because of the clouds. Where is it at? There it is. We'll actually go ahead and kill our engine. Helps you slow down a little bit better. Look at that. So we started with like roughly 10 minutes of fuel. We're down to 5 minutes. It's the joys of running the subsonic. I still can't believe they put the MiG-15 this-ish down to 8.0. I mean, it's hilarious for my ground setup, but it's so broken in the air. Like, Gaijin Y. It's a MiG-15 that's quote-unquote slightly worse because of the pylons. Make it turn slightly worse, but its airframe's already broken for its own BR. Super energy retention on it. So it just plays an energy fighter and you win. And the missiles around that BR are worthless. Like, you have to be asleep to get smacked by an A9B, which is pretty much what everybody has with that BR. Just wiggle a little bit, fire our guns. Hopefully no enemies see the tracers and come to shoot them. And we'll go ahead and... why is it repairing? Like, I understand the rearming, but don't need to repair. I forgot my Italian crew is only like level 30 something. The area was pretty fun, but there's way too much junk at it now for the area to be any good without players. And you can't really move it down in BR because it's got a super flight performance on it. Like, just odd flight performance. If you ever look at the BRs, so 11.7 is where Gaijin puts... he's out of fuel. Oh, he's burning. Oh, he's got smoke on. That's what that is. So anything, if you look at all the tech trees, generally there's going to be one jet at 11.7. And that one jet is, they don't know how to BR balance it. Let's see here. I think it's the C7 in the Israeli tree. It gets 4 pythons and like 18 flares. And it's got the Kafir flight model on it. He crashed. I know he's out of fuel. Saw that coming. But yeah, if you just go through the tech trees, look at all the 11.7 jets. Generally there's going to be one in each tech tree. And that is the, we don't know what to do with this. It's kind of like 6.7, no, I'm sorry, 7.7 for ground. Like where the mouse and a bunch of vehicles of that nature are put at. Gaijin's like, you know what, we don't have to do these vehicles, put them at a odd BR number and just, you know, roll with it. You know, I could go join the fun over here. I think that A5 should smack that MiG-23. MiG-23 is supersonic, but it's got very limited flares, and A5's got 2 magic ones. A5 is like 2 MiG-21s slapped together. Oh, he's out of missiles. I'm not gonna be able to catch him, so we'll go get a base. We'll just meet up with him later when he's rolling to the airfield. Let's see here. Yeah, so the mouse comes around once a year, and you only have to get 1 RP point into it. So basically, I think you've got to do like rank 5 or 4 of Germany. As long as you get that opened up, rank 5 opened up, you don't have to own anything in it. Once a year, the mouse pop up. You play 1 game, doesn't matter what BR, and get 1 RP into it, and then you can spend the rest of the year unlocking it if you want. That's basically what I did. It's a cool tank. It's a pain in the butt to try and spade, because the majority of your games, not gonna lie, are gonna be 8.0. Everything will pin you. There's superheat rounds. It's dumb. And if you get up to your 8.3, you've got to deal with the VIDAR. But it's cool to have. You know, it's definitely a collectible tank. Now, when you get down tiered to 6.7, you can basically just roll through the battlefield. But getting to the battlefield sometimes is the problem. We've actually had matches, me and my buddies, even pushing me and dragging me along. I have not made it to the center of the battlefield before the game was pretty much over. And look at, we're about to take it, bleed them to death. And that's because one guy has 25 ground kills. This is amazing. One of our A10s is alive this late. That's hilarious. I'm gonna end the match for us though. Get lined up here. Tons of rockets. Oh, almost ended the match. 1 more ground kill and it's over, but I want to go see if I can get this MiG-23. Nope, it ended. Whee. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I'd definitely say get some people in a squad with you that can help pull you. Because it's, here, I'll actually drag it out. I haven't played my mouse in forever. I'm just derping anyways, so I'm going to research here. I'm not even really particularly researching anything. I'm just kind of knocking out all the prereq stuff. Whoever did a line of coke at Gaijin decided to give them all the aircraft. It was hilarious. They gave them the F-16, the MiG-29, the Gripen, the AV-8, the Tornadoes. They're like, just give them everything. All right, Germany. Is it my 6.7 lineup? Where is my 7.7? I have so many Germany ground lineups. It's dumb. Is it my 8.3? It's around here somewhere. Give me a minute, I'll find it. It's my Panther lineup. Leopards. Why is it 9.3 and I've already changed that? Oh, it is 9.3. I think it was this one, if I remember correctly. What crew did I have it on? There we go, level 99 crew. Okay. 7.7. See, Germany loses a lot of ground stuff, CAS capable stuff around this BR. This is about the best you can get, honestly. One of them need. That's always funny to hit with. I could go bombing in the Arado. You know what? Let's just drag this over here, just for simplicity's sake. Set this to ground. And I'll show you the icon you get for being a beta tester back in the day. So that golden symbol right there was the beta tester for ground. Or early adopter, whatever they want to call it. Like, it's cool, you get 2 cannons, right click and left click. Oh yeah, the 162, once you get it spaded out, it's good. Yeah, my buddies, they still play War Thunder, but different times. I've actually haven't played with them in like over a week, and that was just for 1 game or 2 or so. So life catches up with people. I'm a little bit later on in life, so not having friends to play with is kind of just one of those things, man. Alright, taking 18 rounds. Now, okay, you see where A is? Where we're gonna spawn? I can guarantee you 5 minutes I might be like right here unless somebody gives me a push. And I got the NVIDIA Get Faster on the back of it. Ooh, we got up here. Term 3 leopards. Another mouse. Look at that. A whopping 19 to 20 kilometers an hour. At least I'm not the only one. Get them, boys. And your turret traverse is really slow. If you put it at a slight angle, yeah, you can paint stuff. Look, just turning makes me slow. I actually think I'm missing the engine upgrade on this. I quit playing it after a little while. Oh look, we have a T-55 with us, and we're in a World War II tank. This is why Gaijin has to, is that somebody? No, that's one of ours. They really need to make a cutoff between Cold War and World War II. So that way you're not stuck in situations like this. Granted, I can kill Cold War tanks. Yeah, I honestly think it goes in reverse faster too. What is this thing? Isn't that a Swedish tank right there? That's gonna be something new. It's literally a guy with a rocket launcher hanging up the top. What you do with the mouse is you literally just go straight for a cap or straight for the center of the map. There's an IS-4 here. This can only end well. We'll probably die in one hit, but it is what it is. This is what you have to expect when you're playing this thing. I don't think it really goes faster in reverse. It feels like it, because it'll back up to its maximum quicker than it goes forward to its maximum. So, I wouldn't really say it's faster in reverse. Oh yeah, they fixed artillery too to where it can actually curve tanks. The last thing I want is an RDP spread on top of me. We're doing it. We're going for this. Shows IS-4 how to do it. I'm immediately gonna go up there and get pinned by a heat round. It's victory! I'm just waiting up. There's somebody. Yep, got our barrel. So reverse speed is a whopping 21 kilometers an hour. Now we still have another gun to shoot, but it's very limited. See that right there, just kind of. Let's see here, 4, 8. We can kill lighter stuff, we just can't kill the bigger stuff right now. There goes my turret drive. Oh, I got my gunner, never mind. And we're tanking a little bit, but everything's pinning us. We have something shooting us from the right, so... yeah. And that is the mouse experience. Welcome to the Cold War. When you get a down tier, it's alright, but... we can't even bring the AP ammo. You have to go for default ammo. Like I said, it's a cool collector's item. It used to be 7.0, which I think was perfect for its BR. And then somebody got mad that a mouse killed them. They're like, up tier. That's a helicopter. We got the full, I think we got the 8.7 up tier on this. So people bring cool. That guy's still alive with 20 points. What is that STRV thing? Did he die? He had to have died. I don't see it on here. No, there it is. No, that's the wedge tank. We're gonna look that up. Yeah, every now and then you'll get some meme groups that jump in there and you'll have like 3 or 4 mouse, you know, here and there. Forgot we're 262. I gotta roll my thrust back just a little bit so I don't cook these engines. An IL-28. So glad they added the Alpha Jet. It gives a little bit more CAS. You can take the Arado out. It can be very good CAS once you get good at dive bombing. Which we're about to attempt here because I just saw 2 people on this hill right here. You gotta be careful. You gotta pull up a lot sooner than you think you need to. Remember, this does not have air brakes. We probably can't pin this guy, but we're gonna attempt it. Nope. He'll retain a lot of energy, so we can just go back up and look for open top stuff and lighter vehicles. I love the old Narwhal. Oh yeah, the TU2s are insanely good for CAS. The Year 2s and the TU2s used to be the bane of ground existence when they first added them. They've got a great flight model. They're really responsive. Let's see, what else is great about them? And they've got a wonderful, what do you call it? You got wing. Had to be an, yeah, F-84 behind me. Yeah, the Year 2s and the TU2s are just broken good. And if you have the Tismo, which is basically just a smaller version of the TU2, it used to go for like $100. Now it's dropped down, I think, like 40. Yeah, the Tisma. It's a TU2 with guns and bombs, and its flight performance is crazy. Yep, the P's. There's the Year 2s. Those things are broken. See, the TU2s, really good. So their flight performance is insane for what they can do, and they carry a really good ordnance. And you actually get a dive bomber sight, so you can hit the V key and just toggle through and just nuke people. Just have nightmares about these things rolling in. These and these just were dumb good at ground. I used to hate it. I was like, oh, yep, here we go. Here we go. That was good times. But yeah, some of the fun stuff, I wish they really would just change a little bit. Let's see here, 7.7. Let's go to ground real quick and I'll show you what I mean. Let's see, is there any 7.7 stuff in here? Nope. I think Russia's got some 7.7. Yeah, here we go. The T-10. We don't know. They're like, well, we don't know what to do with it. So I put it here. Where's the IS-7? Okay, so there's an IS-7 tank that looks similar to this. I think this is it. And it's the most expensive thing in War Thunder. It's like $2,000, and there's only a handful of them. But yeah, 7.7 is where Gaijin gives up. That's what they did to IS-6. It was 7.0, and they didn't know how to balance it, so they threw it up there. The mouse and I think the elephant got that. The E100, yeah, they got that treatment. And let's see here. There was something over here that got it also. Yep, here we go. The T114, this used to be like 6.0. It was so broken. You get 3 rapid fire heat rounds. It was just dumb good. And back in the day, you could put the same bush as many times as, or like 8 times on a vehicle. And that's where the, oh no, the new AMX, it's for Italy on that one. But yeah, back in the day, they used to call these things called Bushmasters or bush tanks. You really couldn't see the tank. So you had no thermals, and you had the same giant bush all over it, and it was so broken. And I think this is like the Super Pershing right here, the 7.7. Yeah. Yeah, France does get some AMX in their aviation. I think they get at least one in here. Yeah, we could go like this. AMX. They get tanks called AMX, a whole bunch of them. But yeah, the only regular jets are here in Italy. Don't grind the 2005F. It's not worth it. It's so not worth it. It's a fun jet to fly. It's just not a fun jet to do well in. Yeah, dude, the Sisma is probably, if you're playing that BR, just roll it. Now I would like to run the ITP as a fighter in the same lineup because even at like 5.3, it's still really good. The amount of tanks I've cracked open with that cannon on it has been hilarious. I smell an up tier. I'm about to find out here in a second. Yep. Yep. We are, well, there's some 11.3s in here, 11.0s, so we should be alright. We got plenty of flares. We really don't have to start worrying until we start seeing like MiG-23 MLs. So if that's the Su-22M3 I was talking about earlier, yeah, that is a good jet. It's a whole 0.3 lower than the Tech Tree version with the same exact loadout. I think the only difference is it has a slightly worse engine, but you get 6 R60Ms in bombs. Oh, the system should be able to, if you're running, well, I like to run the 20 mils with AP rounds in them. The 30 mils nice and everything, but it shakes the sight so much. I just run back. And it depends on the angle you're coming in too. I like to do steep dives with the Tisma. It's wonderful ground targets. It's just, it's really horrible. It does lose a lot of energy when you're just starting to turn with it. So dogfighting's kind of out of question for it, but it's just amazingly good, I still think, as far as a anti-tank vehicle. Or CAS plane, I guess you could say. Which, everybody that complains that there's Russian bias and stuff for lower tiers, like, the Americans get the Corsairs with SAP HE rockets. And Devin did like 4 or 5 videos on that, where the Corsairs and the F8 Bearcats just dominate. All you gotta do is learn how to fire the rockets with the rocket sight that comes with it, and you'll dominate. Yeah, the F4S, so they did some changes to them, but a lot of people play them as bombers, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you're supposed to grind. But then they're not used to the helmet mount display for the SAR missiles, or they just try to straight up head on. Like my buddy, he thinks it's a terrible jet. I think it's a wonderful jet. I got videos on it where you just hop in it and grab a couple of kills, and it's like it's not that hard to master. It's probably the best premium F4 you can get, in all honesty. I mean, yeah, sure, you gotta trade out a spot to have the gun on it, but you don't need the gun. I like to have it just in case, you know. But there's so many of them, so every time there's a sale, of course, there's gonna be tons of new premium players, which is good for the game's longevity, but it's terrible for matchmaking, particularly everything US. Granted, when the Type 90 Fujis came out, they were talking about increasing its PR because brand new players were hopping in it and doing so well because of the 4-second reload. It's such a fast tank too. I miss the days of the 104 TAF being 10.7, which they should have left it there. But it's an interesting choice. He dropped a 1,000-pound bomb on a AI target. It's very interesting. But yeah, now it's 11.0 with crap missiles and very few players. So they kind of neutered it. Yeah, I mean, if you're grinding, the MiG-23 ML is really a good jet. You know, and there's no qualms about that. It's really good if you're wanting to dogfight your way through the tree. Bye. Oh, you tricked me into using a missile. Oh, I'll track him into turning. That's a SAR missile. Whew, I thought I was gonna smack that. What is right behind me? It's that J7E who decided he was no good at the game and wanted to hop out of it. F5's dead if he doesn't flare. Yep, called it. And we're at a low enough speed where we can just turn on our combat flaps. I am gonna keep kind of slightly dropping these flares because I can't really see behind me. Oh, like that. Woo. Woo. I'm doing this to get away from the radar stuff. Looks like our team's kind of getting dumped on here. Trying to make my way back into the match. So I'm down to my guns, which these guns are really good. They're very accurate. I'm just not accurate. J35, that's not a problem for us. Let's see here. He's chasing around that F4, which he shouldn't be doing. And another kill. Now we can go back to base and get some more missiles. Not really. I think they played with the radar a little bit, but honestly, if you're wanting kills, run the 2 T variant missiles instead of the SAR missiles, and just run your R60s and play as a boom and zoom. Low and fast, pop up, get a missile or 2 off. And the T variant, they don't give them a lock or launch warning. Now they're still flareable, but you can drop them out about 10 kilometers and they'll still hit the target. There's only 3 of us to 3 of them. Okay, we got this. We do not have this. Yep. So they've got the dogfighters, and they got a F4 still with SAR missiles, so got to hug the ground. Yeah, and that's one thing with the missile updates. They will do some crazy stuff. That's why, like, even though it's got very limited players, I do wish they would just make a standard set amount of players for everybody at a certain BR. Like, alright, we're all playing, you know, rank 11, rank 7 stuff. Everybody gets 150 players and 150, you know, chaff, stuff like that. Or make them all 60, so you gotta choose 30-30. That F4 is trying to get a radar lock on me. I can smell it. So we lost our A10, and if that 104 decides to climb, like he's about to do, then yeah, we've lost. I forgot how close I was to this base. But we can finagle our way around and drop just a whole buttload of airspeed. I'm gonna get my nose back around. Gonna come in a little bit hotter than I like, but it is what it is. Nah, I knew he was about to do that. He just tried to launch a missile on me. It's perfectly fine with me. I am at the short base, so yep. Let's go to the long base. Let's force him to suffer. So he's trying to utilize his AIM-7Es. Good thing is it's got crack radar, so get rid of these. Drop some weight. Who's gonna land? Oh, looks like we're going in for the dogfight, boys. Let's see what he's got missile-wise. The fun thing is, I can rate fight this guy. He played it smart, declined with the energy that he had. Which is fine by me. I'll just outturn him. Okay, I'll turn around. And he'll do the same thing, which is fine by me. We're very close to our airfield. He's going to try to boom and zoom. And once he gets a little bit faster than me, I'm just going to curve hard to the left or something. You can fire a missile all you want. And there we go. He broke Mach. Aww. Turd. Can we get him? Alright. He tricked me into following him up again. That's okay. Still got combat flaps. I didn't expect him to be that agile after breaking Mach trying to chase me. Oh, he got me. I forced him to suffer though. So he's a half decent player. Let's see here. Wow, he got 6 kills. Kind of hard to believe in that, okay, so he's level 100. Sometimes you see somebody with an ace, you gotta go check their level. There are shenanigans sometimes. He played it well, though. There wasn't too much I could do right there. But hey, I got a battle box out of it. And we got some SL. I don't want the Spitfire. But yeah, the MiG-23 ML, it's... Let's see here, I can actually skip through these. What am I going for? Well, let's just go down this line. It's right here. I'll play a couple games in it. I haven't played it in a while. Yeah, there's my Su-17 I've been grinding on. Where are we at? There we go. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you a fun thing to kill people in. Let's see, where is it at? There we go, the ZUT-37. It's technically a SPA, but it can pin, yeah, 71 meters of armor. Let's see here, it's the BT round, yeah. So if you're right next to him, you can pin him from the sides and kill him. It only gets like 5 rounds per magazine. Hey, they got new skin for it. I will admit, when this thing first came out, the first week I got 3 aces in it, because it was unbelievably broken. That's pretty cool skin for it. And the quad color camo I had unlocked in like 4 days. Alright, what do I want to bring with it? Oh, they gave it new something? Oh, they gave it missiles, really? New ATGMs. That's kind of funny. Alright, what do we want to run? We know we're going to run a flare pod. We'll try it with the SAR missiles. I know they've changed it around a little bit. That was weird. You see it like glitched out right there. Yeah, almost back up to 2 million SL. And I can spend all that and more instantly because I got crap unlocked I still haven't bought yet. Like I'll take the Puma up to top tier with me and still get kills with it. Side shots are amazing. I think the Tech Tree Pumas nowadays are a lot better. We want to take the larger flares, and we're not really going to worry about chaff that much. Why is my fuel so low? I think I was doing some shenanigans with it, with low fuel. Alright. Keep our wings out for a minute till we... radar mode. There's supposed to be a... I know we get a helmet mounted. $27, that's fine. No, that RWRP is so lame. Did they change the radar to where it only gets search now? It's in your hotkeys to set the radar. Like, you can go Y, and then hit 1 for radar. Yeah, so apparently they good RST, but I don't want RST. They took away MIT. Okay, so they made the SAR missile mode a little bit harder. We're gonna slow down a little bit. So definitely search MIT, there we go. Oh, it's automatic, look, you dip your nose down, it swaps. Oh, it's automatic, so we still have the radar. But yeah, if you go to Y, then hit the number 1 key, or if you're using a controller, I'm not sure what that would be on. 30 kilometers is fine. Oops, wrong button. I'm actually going to curve to the side here. Let your teammates go in and take the... are we top tier? We are. We got somewhat of a down tier. Let your teammates take the first couple of locks. If you're struggling in it, just let them be the bait first. Yeah, so apparently when you point the nose down, it swaps to search MIT, which there are controls to point the radar dish down while you're flying without having to point your nose down, but that's kind of lame. Let's see here. Here's an F40J. typically that would be an easy kill. Okay, yeah, radar's not working whatsoever. Neat. We'll swap over to the R60s. And that's not locking what I wanted though. Interesting. Okay. Radar is bugged. Gotcha. You got lucky. F5's not that lucky though. Oh, it's an F5E. He's gonna outrun it. That's so lame. That's not what I want. Alright. Come on, radar. Do something good. It's picking up chat. Holy crap, this is bad. Woo! I can take the wings out for this thing. We can dive under his nose easily. There's a crit there. And J70 does not stand a chance against us because we can rate fight the crap out of him with our wings out. He's got AOA for like a turn. And lost control because I don't have a good crew on this. Why would you launch a missile that close? Yep, and he just got critted out, so. Bruh. Oh, it's because I'm holding down my ship. Time for some shenanigans. The fact that they're both trying to rate 5 is hilarious. Where's my buddy at? I've got both of these guys super slow. My teammates should have picked these guys off. Alright, the F5's breaking off like he should. The J7D is continuing to turn, which is levels beyond hilarious. This has just been a circle jerk this whole time. Alright, I got bigger issues. Alright. Yeah, baby. Oh, they finally got me. Well, the rest of our team was dead, so yeah. That was horrible. Had 2 people basically energy locked. At least we managed to snag a kill at the end. Yeah, that's pretty bad for the radar missiles. The lock was jumping all over the place. So that's okay though. And then you just swap from the next favorite. It gave me a lockout and I got killed. Like, how is that? Come on, Gaijin. I actually got killed by somebody. I ended up with, let's see here, battles. Defeat, yeah, I killed somebody and got killed by somebody and it locked me out. That's all. There we go. Alright, secondary weapons. We will go with the T models. These are just like big R60s with no lock warning. Yeah, I was trying to lock them and the lock kept jumping around. That's why I just turned it off completely. I was like, alright, well, I'll have to do this the hard way. Let's go in for R60s. I still think I prefer the 27Ts on this. Just as a quick flyby, kind of set it and forget it. And no shenanigans with the IR or the radar stuff. It was still squeezed out a kill. I was really trying to hope I get my nose back around on that J7D because I know they got super limited amounts of flares on them. We don't want to go auto. We want to go wing swept. So 24 Ts. Launch them. The sweet spot's really about 10 kilometers. Yeah, for this radar it is. Like, it did not want to lock there for a minute. Somebody just said F14. I believe it's an F14. I forgot it's got a crap RWR on it still. That's not good. That's alright though. We're just gonna swing our nose around here and there and call it a day. But what you can do for some shenanigans, you're stupid fast up at altitude. Just you do have to worry about SAR missiles in this BR. And just kind of side climb just a little. We got plenty of fuel. Yep, MiG-29's in here, so there should be F-16, MiG-29. Should be a couple other top tiers. That's probably them right there. We're gonna go to the edge of the map and circle back around and play like a vulture. I can actually turn off my radar because that's not doing me any favors right now. Looks like he was pointing his nose over here. Shouldn't be any AMRAMs, maybe an F-14. Okay, so now we're gonna curve back in. Just slightly. We don't want to put our wings up. Look how fast we're going, 1.45 Mach. Yeah. And we'll just come in from the side and just kind of vulture kills. It's decent. They gave the SMT, wow, 3 people died to 4 people died. 5 died to AIM-54 is the easiest missile to dodge. Yeah. Alright, well that's GG. Yeah, MiG-29's good. Speaking of, there's one right there. That Keen Vision lost him, but we know he's down there. Alright, so with our 24 Ts, we can actually launch and laugh. Now, he got no warning that that missile's coming. But he did outmaneuver it. And he's gonna die to an R-16. Yep. Yep. Did not expect him to outmaneuver it. I think the German MiG-29s are better. They got slightly better flight performance for some reason. Yeah, average people not knowing to dodge those AIM-54s, in all honesty. So if he wouldn't have turned that hard there at the end, that 24T would have hit him because he had no clue that missile was coming. They eat flares like there's no tomorrow. They really do. Here's a J-37. I need to get within at least 10 kilometers of him to, wow, okay, now I can't see him anymore. Something just flew past me. That was a missile. Alrighty. On this F-14, yeah. He doesn't know that's coming. So it's like my own version of an AIM-54. And there's something, so that's radar missile. That was close. Yeah, let's head on with each other. Let's do this. What? Okay. That was neat. Oh, the other missile didn't get him. He might have turned. Yeah, definitely not as good as it used to be, but it'll still get you there if you're wanting to grind by kills. I think a better bet would be the Su-25 with some rockets, because you're guaranteed at least 1 kill with those missiles at its BR. Nah, Su-39 definitely do go with that. But the Su-25 is great. I would say get the Su-7 and just bomb bases because it's a supersonic bomber, but I don't think it's for sale anymore. I use this thing to get through the majority of the Russian tech tree. It used to have an air spawn, but it couldn't kill a base until they changed the bombs and updated them. So you get like 85% of a base and then go kill people with your guns and just spam matches. I think in one weekend I made something like 6-7 million SL just spamming matches. It was a great day. You know, I haven't played in a little bit. This little thing. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. Let's go back to here. Where's my buy? There we go. Now this is dumb fun if you get a equal or down tier. And people say it's broken, but man, it's probably the worst premium helicopter there is. It started out, it was one of the earlier premium helicopters, and it was decent. But it's got no thermals, and that's its biggest drawback. Yeah, you can sit back at 10 kilometers, which it's a lot harder to do good with it these days because it's 11.0. The only 11.0 helicopter with no thermals. Yeah, you get maul and all that stuff, but you're in an area where you've got 20-kilometer SPA missiles and stuff, so it was decent when it first came out, and people overreacted to it. I've done decent in it, but I'd much rather have the Apache. In all honesty, I get more kills with the Apache than I do with the K-50. You can sit 10 kilometers, but you have to hover up just a little bit higher to get a good view field for your Vickers missiles. And yeah, if nobody's got SPA launched, there's no air up, you can do relatively well with it, but I like to just helicopter rush with it. Run in there with a gun with AP rounds and rockets and try to snag a couple of kills. Now, Hunter does really well with it. I've seen him go into matches and just, pick up 5 kills with his helicopter at the beginning of the match. I'm like, why don't I get matched up with players like that? They just don't even look up. The only other helicopter I think they neutered as bad is the Mi-28 for the Swedish. They bumped it up in BR and it's got no thermals either. Let's see here. Yeah, it only has default ammo. This thing is wonderful, and then you forget that if you go over 600, you're completely locked and going in one direction until you slow down or you die. It only has 2 minutes of fuel at takeoff, which equates to like 15 minutes of fuel if you run it at 20%. Whoosh. Alright. 7.0 or 6.7, we got this. We got this. It always looks like it's going to go nose down. And then we pull it back to like 20% is good. Second one off the airfield if you don't count the air spawns. Now the SK-60 for Sweden, that thing is friggin' nice. It's hilarious. Really good in ground too. So the SU-7 or SU-11, didn't they get bumped up to like 7.3 or something? I know it went up there. Oop, got my nose too high. We'll go 23%. What's wild is even if you cut off your afterburner altogether, it still has a thrust ratio of some sort. So you can still make it back to base with no fuel. I had the nose up too high. We got 25%. She'll start cooking along. I like this plane enough to put triple mounts on it and some eyeballs. Just because I didn't know what else to do with it. So F-84s, we're in a bit of an up tier. We can't outrun those guys, but we can outmaneuver them easily. We'll crank this back down to 20% because I'm not too worried about getting there super fast. I still climb and gain speed. There we go. It looks like it's going so slow, but in reality, it's just dumb broken. Like, I pulled this thing, this and the stupid nuke tank out of the last go around for the boxes. I think I spent like 60 or 70 mil Silver Lions opening boxes this last go around. I got all the junk I wanted though, for the most part. I got the, was it T-72 Moderna? And I wasn't really even looking forward to that. I was like, well, I've got it. It's a decent tank. I did a video or two on it. It's alright. Nothing great. Where this thing shines is in a full-blown down tier like anything else, but it's so brutal. You just get behind prop planes and that's it. They can never escape you. Up to 25. We'll climb a little bit. I can ramp it up to 100 and get up to 600 kilometers an hour pretty quick, but I'm not worried about it. There's a Su-9 back there? That dude was a late starter. Attacker. Literally just attacker. Well, our 262's already dead. Oh, FB1. That's what that thing is. I gotta watch my speed because once I get over 600, it locks up. You literally cannot turn to anything with it. F2H is a good target when you get behind it. F84s, if they decide they're gonna turn fight, they're hilarious to kill. And really they can win by literally pointing their nose away from you. And just running away. I'm not going after that guy. He's got too many people about to swing on him. This F84 over here, though, towards my right, looks like a good target. Two F80s and F84. Interesting. And we're just going to take the scenic route over there. Just kind of glide along. Do we have a cockpit? Yeah. Here we go. I'll play this thing in sim one day once I actually get it set up for it. Alright. 90 rounds of ammo. We have to be super conservative with it. One thing about this is it's very agile. Like, dumb good agile once you're at a low enough speed. Hey, look. We'll just go up. No nose. 2 jets on me. Whatever will I do? Point our nose up and not really lose any thrust because we can just hit the throttle. Boom. Down he goes. And we still have a ton of speed, so and plenty of fuel for the match. There's an A2D. Perfect target. He's gotten slow. That is a prop plane if I remember correctly. Yep. I gotta be careful. Ish. That MiG-9 really wants him. I know he's gonna try to curve around into us. I gotta be careful with that. Alrighty, my time to shine. Quite literally. We killed our thrust. That guy's trying to get us to go into a dive. That would be terrible for us because we're way too fast. F2H, it's like a tasty target. It was behind me. I don't know what that guy's thinking, but that wasn't gonna work on me. And he managed to get himself killed for that. So yeah, they got early jets, but they lose a lot of speed and don't really gain it back that quick. And that guy decided to just give up. Look, 0 thrust, and we're still cruising around 500 and not really losing that much speed. We'll go to 10% just to give ourselves a little bit of a boost. Nah. Let's see here. I think it's the yeah, the Su-7's pretty decent. The Su-11 used to be the premium. That's the broken 262 that they moved up to 7.3, I think. And really, the only reason it was broken is its speed. If you got into a turn fight, it would just die. But people complained about the Su-11 because they wouldn't learn to play around its weaknesses. They only played into its strengths. Like the F-80s would actually dance all over the Su-11, give them the chance. But the biggest gripe was it was supposed to just be a 262, but it flies nothing like the 262. Like, they're not supposed to be able to do what this guy's doing right here. Where's the last guy? When in doubt, pop a avenge order, and that will light them up on the map. There he is. We're gonna go get him. This thing can just retain so much energy. The MiG-9 at a lower BR, like this match right now, is not good for it. Like that Ho 229, I'm not sure how he's still alive in this match. They definitely got up-tiered here, so. Yeah, we'll just go over here, see if we can get a kill. We can go ahead on. This thing is so broken, though. Like, if I ever want to bully people in the air, I just hop in this thing. Yeah, I only got one kill, but at the same time, I killed something in a jet. That's like 2 decades later. Who knows? And look at this, we can catch up to him. Oh, never mind. If he turns, yeah. We don't want to get too fast. So at 700, okay, we are going to lock up. We don't want to go faster than that. He's playing it smart. He knows to run away. Alright, back up to about 20%. See if we can play. Okay, there you go. Turn around for me. He knows to avoid me, which is good. Most people don't do that. The head-on with Su-11. Yeah, that was a bad idea. It's kind of agile it is. If I actually put a expert crew on it, you can do so many more crazy things. But yeah, the Su-11, everybody cried about it. And honestly, I never did well in it. Let's see here. Yeah, people cried about this at 7.0 and said it was OP, blah, blah, blah. This is OP. This is broken as all get out. Like, it has no place being at its BR. And we'll go with, no, just keep ground ammo. The only reason I picked up this thing is for the fact they put it down at 8.0. Excuse me. Which gave me a decent 8.0 ground lineup. And once you learn to adjust your third-person view sight to where your rocket camera, the rocket reticle, is at a good sight or a good angle, so you can hit Z and look in, it's dumb good. Now, this is a pure energy fighter that turns decently well. Yeah, 9 minutes is plenty. We'll go with the air targets on the 37. I've had better luck with the ground ammo, but it is what it is. Very limited ammo, even less than the BI that we just played. We're subsonic. A4Es. We are subsonic, which doesn't really mean anything. This thing still gets up to 800 easily. It lands relatively easily too. Now, is that the Israeli A4E earlies? That looks like the American ones. Oh, it is. Those are the American Squadron ones. Another American Squadron vehicle. Yeah, the A4E earlies are kind of broken. Not gonna lie. The most broken one was the Israeli one. Yeah. So we're just pointing our nose up because we got all the thrust in the world. How many A4s are there? Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of them. And there's 2 this. This is actually like 8.3 or 8.7, I think. And the ish is the same exact thing, slightly lower. But you see the pylons right there? You lose 1 second of turn speed, turn time. That's it. And I think it's a little bit heavier, but you're in a MiG, it don't matter. Cockpit's kind of cool. Always love they actually show the throttle going back and forth. And we're high enough now. Now we just chase people around and try to kill them with 200 rounds of ammo. I think we got to a slight up tier because I think the A4s are like 8.7. Sorry, I'm over here chewing ice. Yeah, we're high enough altitude. Let's keep running at 100%. We'll be on top of the enemy momentarily. 2 airfields, right? Yeah. Lots of ground attackers. And the B-57 dies. Just Unicode name. Yeah. So Unicode names allow you to actually modify stuff for me. That's when I'm not seeing them pop up. That's MiG-15 right there, but what is this over here? Now, we can't keep up with an F-86, but we can actually outturn him. And looks like he's got a bomb load. We are going a little bit fast, so. Is he really gonna let me get this close to him? Because if so, oh, I'm stiffing it up. Make sure nobody's shooting a missile at me. What is this? Oh, let's go up here. CL-13, yes please. Yeah, he can outmaneuver me because that's a saber. But I'll just keep on managing these turns and just find somebody to mess with. MiG-15 would be a great target. We'll black out here in a second. Rank does not matter, we'll take it. Look how much energy we just sticking with. Oh. Make him tear his wings. So he burned all that energy just to turn into me, and I'm just gonna turn away. Oh, that's a missile. Easily dodged. Oh. Come on now, he got my engine. Lucky guy. I'll take a hit on if he wants to hit on. Oh, I gotta get the nose up. Oh, I'm losing all my speed because my engine's there. Oh. That was fun though. Wow, we lost a lot of people quickly. 3 to like our 6, so. It's still a fun jet. If we wouldn't have been third-partied, we would have killed a couple of people. The best saber in game, the Japanese saber. Yeah, we racked up some SL. We're up at 1.9 million. We are not doing bad at all. I got a rank does not matter for some extra SL. It's still an amazing jet. Let's see, this was actually really good back in the day. Let's see, where's it? The B6. So apparently the nose gunner on this thing has like a laser beam. It's got a really good gunner, apparently. So people fly up against it and get killed. Let's see, where is that? This used to be the Terror of the Sky. I got a couple old videos on it. But you had to turn on mechanical controls, like realistic controls to make it do right, or it just overheats and you fall out of the sky. But once you master it, it's really good. Super fun plane. I do miss those days of dogfighting, but when I want to go back to dogfight, I literally just go back and grab my A6M5 and just dump on people. Even though it used to be like 4.0, now it's 5.3. But I think they made the Tech Tree one basically the same thing. Yeah, here we go. These two are basically the same exact thing as that. This is hilariously good too. 21-second turn time, 16 seconds, slightly worse, but really good cannon ammo. Really good cannons on it. For ground, if you mean the B6, it's decent. It gets those are decent. I think the B25 is a lot better because it gets the dive bomber sight on it. And you can take these right here. The 250s are good enough to kill stuff. Or you can take the 500s if you want to. The B6 gets a bunch of 500s, so a little bit better. The Su-6, like if it wasn't so slow, its guns can just tear people up. Same thing with the Su-8. Decent rocket loadout, but let's see, doesn't this have cannons on it? Yeah, of 445 millimeters, Su-8. I picked the TU1 on sale just so I can get it before they remove it. This is supposed to be like a year two or a TU2, but with metal armor. So it's armored, but its flight model is still screwed up. So no, it's weird. It was trying to load there. It's got really good 3 1,000 pounders, or I like to run with the 500 pounders. They did fix the bombs a little bit because the TNT equivalent was way lower than this, and it's supposed to be quote unquote 1,000 pounder. But so this is 396, and you can just run the 500s or 222, and these will treat you a lot better. But the flight model is just awful. I think they've tweaked it a little bit to be better, and there's some videos out there on it. But yeah, I just wanted to pick it up before they removed it completely because I have a feeling they are going to fix stuff eventually for it, and it'll be really good for 5.3. IL-2s and IL-10s, they used to be really good, but once you get around this area, it's better just to take a fighter with bombs, really. Because I think, let's see here. Where is it? The Yaks? Yeah. No. LA. There we go. You can take this one with bombs. Just dive bomb people. Much easier. Much easier. But I think I would call a stream there for the night. Take a little break and probably just turn on some music and do some grinding again. And just go from there. But I'm probably going to be on Tuesday my time, so probably like 36 hours from now, depending on how bad the weather gets here in a few hours. Because like 5 more hours, I've got to get up and leave and go find shelter for a little bit. I am not a fan of tornadoes. So, until next time, y'all, I will catch you then. Y'all enjoy, have a good week, and all that good stuff. Later.